Tuli agree tu, ilifika tu point nika accept, but mtoi wangu alikuwa anabuliwa like ile serious. And ikafika point mimi mpaka nikamwambia Sid, hii page tulifungua mimi nataka ikuwe private, tutoe watu wote ikuwe album. Had a sit down with some of the people that were involved, were like, hey, we are sorry and all that. And apart from that, mimi hata niliacha like kupost mtoi sana kwa hiyo page. Babake ndo anapenda kupost. So mimi kwa TV yangu nimeweka tu YouTube Kids. As parents who are putting our kids out there, make sure first your base, yani make sure ni firm kabisa, so that no one will sway your child.
Your child has 2 celebrity
Yeah.
parents.
Yes.
How kwanza akona page yake kwa social media?
Yes, he does.
So you run the pages?
Me and my dad and his dad. Yeah.
So how do you make sure that that child is protected online?
Yeah.
You know, there are groomers
Yeah.
who come to children's pages.
Yeah.
And they can try to groom a child
Yeah.
from an early age. How do you deal with that?
Okay. Number one, let me say, when I started posting gold, kulikuwa na friction. There was some friction we had with some, kulikuwa na issue, kulikuwa tu na kakitu kalikuwa kametokea that time, na kulikuwa kumekuwa na teams, kuna hii team na kuna hii team, and that time like we were really bullied. Na around your time ndo bado like tulipostingi mtoi, I was not for the idea. Kabisa, me I was not for the idea. But his dad really wanted it. Na singem deny yo. Understand? I wouldn't deny him that. So I let him lead and do what he wanted. But I also followed closely. Siati tuli agree tu, ilifika tu point nika accept. But mtoi wangu alikuwa anabuliwa like ile serious. And ikafika point mimi mpaka nikamwambia Sid, hii page tulifungua mimi nataka ikuwe private, tutoe watu wote ikuwe album. You know, nikuwe tu na post yenye najua hata niende wapi ama whatever happens, hii page itakuwa gold atakama one. You know, we did this for him when he was a child, and these are the memories my mom did. And I feel like up to now, apart from our to Elisha, that Elisha kabisa, because where my baby was really bullied, or people were calling my baby ugly, yani nilikuwa na feel vibaya. I was crying. I feel like hakuna kitu ishai get to me kama your time, and actually knowing that hii kitu ilikuwa ina happen with the people that had recruited watu wenye walikuwa from the circle that you guys were with and all that. So but ilikuja ikaisha, and tukakuja had a sit down with some of the people that were involved, were like, hey, we are sorry and all that. And apart from that, mimi hata niliacha like kupost mtoi sana kwa hiyo page. Babake ndo anapenda kupost. Me I only post him on my page and mostly on stories and all that, because I know stories neza zima, what is it called, neza zima ile typing back, you know, you can so I don't get your opinion and all that, and I still get to use my social media as an album, because I feel like that's an album for my life, honestly. It's like an album, na ni vitu zenye azipoteangi and all that. But besides that, I feel like nitangojea the right time until maybe mtoi wangu ako old enough, maybe kumhandia over, like, you know, like social media, Instagram, those type of thing. I feel like right now, the love that I also got when I was a child, he needs to get that before he meets the world.
So those guys that used to bully your child, and you know them, you know them.
Yeah.
What did you do to them?
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything.
Kuna watu mngepata riba mata.
But sida alikuwa karibu apige watu. Sida alikuwa karibu apige watu vibaya sana. Naambia, "Je, unajua kitu mnafanya ndola." wako like, babe, tuachana now. And it came to a point, when you really recognize, you know what, that was so wrong. And they actually said sorry and sikuibeba tena.
So how old is the child?
Gold is 5.
5 years.
Yes.
So he has screen times, he watches movies and maybe Netflix, and then kuna some content social media because they're not all good.
Yeah.
How do you make sure Anna watch the right things?
Yeah.
And maybe is a small boy, 5-year-old boy. Anna feel aje akiwatch hizo stuff like, hey, mama anasemanga hizi stuff nisijaribu kwa nini sisi. How do you deal with that?
Okay, so with screen time, mostly like mi encourage sana Gold aende nje acheze, because watu wa sahi hawajui ku build relationships, hawajui ku associate na watu wengine. Juu most of them wamelelewa na, you know, JJ. Yani those are the imaginary friends. Yeah. So me honestly I like to encourage him, you know what, aende nje acheze and all that. And sasa akirudi kwa nyumba ndo that's when he watches like maybe like 2 hours ikifika until maybe bedtime, sasa anaenda analala. And then with the parental control thing, number 1 kama mimi na hiyo ndo nilifanya hata from the word ndo in case nipate house girl asiende YouTube anze kusearch vitu zingine zianze kuletea mtoto suggestion sijui nini So mi kwa TV yangu nimeka tu YouTube Kids. So mimi na hazi yangu tukitaka vitu za YouTube, we use it on our phone ama laptop. And then now on Netflix, which he rarely goes to, because anajua, we've just told him this one is no, he just goes on YouTube. And then so Netflix kuna kuanga na yo account ya, unaweza eka account specifically ya mtoto yenye itamletea tu suggestions zao. And then also in case he's using a phone, there's a settings place, unaweza ndanga kwa settings, iko parental control, and then that child can't download anything until like we approve. Hawezi, yeah.
So as public figures and your life is out there, people know you, people know your husband, how do you make sure your child is protected from, you know, you have haters and you have fans, and then there are fans who are entitled. Now to even, you know, you decide what goes out there.
Yes.
You decide. Now, you have fans who are now entitled to what you should put out there. Mpaka wao ndio wanakupatia suggestion, this is what we want to see. And you're like, no, I'm not to tell you what you want to see. So how do you make sure your child is protected from that?
Okay, number 1, like you said, we are the ones to choose what we put out there. And I think si tumefindio balance vizuri sana. Because kuna lessons mtu amelearn pia. You've learned lessons like throughout. Mkiendelea, then you know like, by the way, I need to separate maybe myself as a brand, my marriage. Do I really want to be posting kila saa? Vitu kaa hizo. So that's the same thing also with my child. Kuna vitu I keep it to ourselves, and there are things we share. Like I said, my Instagram is like my album, you know. And ukienda Boreta mseme, acha leo nipigwe picha. Ukienda kwa choo utaenda kupiga picha. Exactly. so that is it. You decide like what to put out there and what stays private, and what you want to view in terms of, you know what, in memories and life. Yes.
So in conclusion, what advice would you give parents who run pages for their children, and how to protect their kids from cyberbullying or those stuff? And you know, you can have your kids as content creators, which is also good, because now they are building career from a very early age. Could you define kama sisi tuko old enough already? So kama mtoto wako anataka kuwa a creator, ni measures gani unaweza chukua kusaidia mtoto kwenye yako iko sawa but bado uko protected?
So if I would advise someone, I'd say first start with the base. Build the confidence for that child. Make sure mtoi umemwafahamu, anajua yeye ni nani. Hakuna mtu atakuja amwambie otherwise. Because for me, like kwanza hizo bullying za mtoi wangu venye zilianzanga kitambo. Hey, us we even have like a song we sing in the morning. Yeah, self-affirmation. He goes into the mirror, he sings it to himself. He says, I love my body from my head to my toe. Vitu hizo. Like anajiaffirm. I like the way I see nini. Mtoi hata like akiendelea in future hakuna mtu atakuja mwambie otherwise, because of the base and what you build in this child. So as parents who are putting our kids out there, make sure first your base, yani make sure ni firm kabisa, so that no one will sway your child. Unaona, in terms of kupeleka pia mtoi church, mtoi ajue Mungu, vitu kaa hizo. As much as atakuwa maybe discovery at some point akiendelea kugrow, because you can't predict parenting, you can't predict kids. Tunakonga tu tumweke hivi tu kwa mikono za Mungu ile way. But mtoi atajua like what you've taught him and things like that. And I'm so sure most parents, until the kids are a certain age, that's when like they hand over their, you know, their phones and all that to them. Tuseme kama mtoi wa hundo liona ndo amempea page, but for a long time they didn't allow that. So we still have the mandate to protect our kids until like tuna feel, you know what, we are confident enough for them to now face the world, because we are raising kids for this world, not for ourselves. Either mtoto akue social media ama asikue, bado mtoi anaenda kuface na dunia na atakutana na all types of people. Yeah.